students are also encouraged to prepare using a study tool. Now, once you actually collected the information, and now we're going to kind of go into the next part of what you need to do, a good student studies the information. There's the collecting information part, and then there's the learning information part. A lot of people think that by watching a video or by reading something or by listening to a teacher and taking notes, they studied. That's not studying. That's just collecting information. That information is on the paper or somewhere else, whatever you put it down. Learning the information is making sure that you have it in your head and you're ready to produce it at will when you need it. And so to do this, hopefully, the same day you collected information for that topic, that you should spend a little bit, all right, or that chunk that you just said, this is my goal for today. I'm going to learn these words. I'm going to learn this information. That very same day, what you should do is that you should use several strategies to help you make sure that you remember that information. Now, one of the greatest ways to do this is doing flashcards, study lists, or foldables. Now, regardless of how you do it, try to do this every time you go through a topic. Basically, the idea is you get a list of words or flashcards or a foldable, and you write down all the words you need to know. On the other side or somewhere else, you write the answers with all the definitions for those words. And then you go back to your list of words you have to know, and you say, okay, do I know this word? If you know it, if you can tell you what's in the answer without looking at it, and without spending too long to remember it, if you spend more than 10 seconds to remember it, you probably don't know it. You put a negative sign if that's the case. If you do know it, though, then you put a plus sign next to that word. And you go through every single word you're supposed to learn that day until you finish the entire list. Now, once you finish it, you go back to the negative signs and do them again to see if now you can turn them into positive signs. Once they're all positive, you know you've studied for the day and you know that the information is in your head and you did a good job. And so, that's a best way to do it. And then, by the way, when it comes time to take the test, you can repeat this process and to make sure that the plus signs are still plus signs. And you can repeat this day after the day until you finish all the chunks that you have to know for that topic. Now, how long you're going to take doing that depends on how hard the material is, how good of a student you are, how easy you learn this kind of material. But the point is that doing this will help you stick with your head. Another thing that I tell kids to do, and I teach them how to do this, is use things like mnemonics, acronyms, songs, come up with stories, use cognitives, prefixes and suffixes, different things that will actually help you remember the material. And every class we learn a different one of these strategies and try to use them when you actually study. And finally, it's very useful to sometimes meet with someone who's studying the same thing you're studying so that you can review with them and practice with them. A lot of people find that they learn better when they work together. And you can even use the online video chat function that Moodle has in order to do this if you can't really meet with a person in person.